If you're an ex-Jehovah's Witness, I think that I may have some good news for you. It would seem that the Watchtower Society, in their infinite wisdom, has decided to once again step up their attacks on those that they call apostates. They're demonizing you at their convention and they're slandering you in their magazines. Let me give you an example from the July 15th study edition of the Watchtower, where it reads, "Suppose that a doctor tells you to avoid contact with someone who is infected with a contagious, deadly disease. Would you know what the doctor means, and would you strictly heed his warning? Well, apostates are mentally diseased, and they seek to infect others with their disloyal teachings. Jehovah, the great physician, tells us to avoid contact with them." Now, if you're an ex-Jehovah's Witness, you might just be wondering how it is that this ridiculous and childish and even slanderous name-calling that's currently coming out of the Watchtower Society, how is it that this is good news to me as an ex-Jehovah's Witness who has loved ones trapped still in this organization? So let me give you 3 reasons why I think this is good news to you. The first is that it absolutely smacks of desperation. I think it proves that the Watchtower Society itself knows that it's losing control over its membership and that they're losing the information battle. So many of you ex-Jehovah's Witnesses have done such a tremendous job in exposing this organization to your loved ones and to your family and to your friends that the Watchtower Society is backed into a corner. In short, what you're doing is more successful than you think it is. It's so successful, in fact, that the Watchtower Society is having to take desperate measures in order to try to stop you. I think that's really good news to you, and I think it's really good news for your loved ones left in this organization. Secondly, I believe that the Watchtower Society has once again exposed themselves for who they really are. What they're currently teaching in this magazine and at these conventions is that anybody who would dare leave this religion, they should be shunned. You should have nothing to do with them. You have a choice to make. You have a choice between your religion and your family. Yet, just a couple short years ago, the Watchtower Society wrote an article in the Awake magazine, and the title of the article was, "The Bible's Viewpoint, Is It Wrong to Change Your Religion?" Now, listen to the gross hypocrisy here. In this magazine, they teach that the Bible says this: God allows each person the freedom to choose how he or she will respond. No one should be forced to worship in a way that he finds unacceptable or be made to choose between his beliefs and his family. No one should be made to choose between their beliefs and their family. Yet what does the Watchtower Society do? What are they preaching right now? You have a choice. You can either stay in the Watchtower Society, or we're going to demonize you, we're going to slander you, and you're going to lose your family. I think that anybody who's really thinking within the Watchtower Society is going to have a serious crisis of conscience over this hypocrisy. And the third reason that I think that this is good news for you as an ex-Jehovah's Witness is that historically, persecution always backfires. And what the Watchtower Society is currently doing is they're currently persecuting anybody who leaves their religion. They're persecuting you by slandering you. They're persecuting you by taking your families away from you and holding them hostage. They're persecuting you in a number of different ways. But I can assure you that persecution almost always backfires. And I think that this persecution will serve as the catalyst to make more and more and more people rise up and speak the truth about this organization. Now, if you're an active Jehovah's Witness watching this video right now, I would ask you to think about this. Do you really honestly believe that everybody who leaves your organization is mentally diseased? Do you really think that people who leave the organization should be demonized at every turn by the Watchtower? Do you agree with the Watchtower itself that if somebody decides to change their belief, that they have the right to do that and they shouldn't be made to choose between their beliefs and their families? Or will you follow the proven hypocrites, the Watchtower Society and their governing body and those who write these articles? I hope you'll think about that.